Hey Attack on Titan fans, today I have Season 1 Part 2 Limited Edition, the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack that you can see here with a really cool lenticular card. I did manage to snag this brand new at around $40 from eBay. So today I'll just be unboxing this and give you an overview of the contents. Now back when it just came out, you could have bought it with its collectible box, which I have right here, but unfortunately because I bought it so many years later, I could only find it used at a reasonable price. So I'll be showing that a little bit later after I show you the unboxing and of course the overview of the digibook. So removing the shrink wrap, you have three parts to this. So first of which, of course, you have that really beautiful lenticular card. We'll get to that a little bit more detail a little bit later. But we have, of course, the digipack with Blu-ray and DVDs and the 24-page art book in between. And then first, let's go ahead and just take a look at the insert on the back. For whatever reason, it actually doesn't show the original retail price, which was $89.97, I believe. But it does show the contents you can see here. And it is unfortunately region locked to DVD region 1 and Blu-ray region A, so this is more geared towards the US market, unfortunately if you don't have a non-regional Blu-ray or DVD player. And now let's take a closer look at this beautiful 3D lenticular card. It's a really cool dynamic scene, very iconic for Season 1 Part 2, with the female Titan and Mikasa in the foreground. It goes really well with the lenticular card that came with Season 1 Part 1. You can see with Eren in the foreground and then the Colossal Titan in the background. Really like the difference in scale presented in these cards. Now let's move on to the digibook. So the front cover is pretty much the same artwork as what is found on the 3D lenticular card, plus a little bit more text. Since I did buy this basically secondhand, I did notice a little bit of imperfections, damage to the exterior on the back edge here. A little bit disappointing as a collectible item, but I'll try not to let this get to my head. But taking a look at the artwork design on the back, we got the trio in their full gear, and we also have the important information of the DVDs and Blu-rays also printed on the very bottom. So opening it up, we first have the DVDs on the left side, and then we have the Blu-rays on the right. But when I first opened it up, the Blu-rays were not situated very properly in the case, so unfortunately I had to retake this scene. But as usual, the Blu-rays are a slightly darker tint than the DVDs. But taking them out of their casing, let's take a closer look at the artwork design on these DVDs. And just so you know, if you do damage or lose them, you can always buy the regular version and the artwork is exactly the same. So disc 3, because it's a continuation of part 1, has Annie, and disc 4 has Hanji. And even though I don't really like stacked disc designs for limited editions, you can see that there is a good separation between the two discs so they won't scratch each other when they're in the packaging. Behind the DVDs, you also have the list of extras and also the episode list. Though keep in mind, not all of the extras will be able to fit on the DVD, so if you want to see all the included extras, you have to go to the Blu-rays. So now let's go ahead and take the Blu-rays out of the case and take a better look at the artwork design. Disc 3, we have Mikasa on Blu-ray, and in Disc 4 Blu-ray, we have Captain Levi. Same stack design as the DVDs, but the artwork behind the Blu-rays is pretty minimal. Now let's take a look at this full-blown, colorful 24-page art book on really nice glossy paper. So now we have Wall Rose as the emblem. You can see scattered throughout here we have a mix of interviews as well as the 4-panel chibi-style comics, which is always a great laugh to read. And we also have some breakdown of the Titans that we know so far. We got a full-blown page of Sonny and Bean. I am speeding through this. Of course, if you wanted to, you could always pause the video or slow it down on YouTube. But I think if you really want to read it in detail, you should really get it in person. Funimation always puts in a great level of detail and effort into creating these limited editions, and I think it's worth to support it. But there you have it. This is Season 1 Part 2 Limited Edition by Funimation. If you're a real Attack on Titan fan, I think this is a no-brainer to get. Unlike Part 1 of Season 1, which has already stopped production, this one you can still get as of early 2020, so I would definitely jump on it if you're interested. If you want the lovely collectible box of Season 1, you'll have to do a little bit more digging around. I managed to snag this pretty beat up one off eBay as a pretty nice steal. You can see with Part 1 and Part 2 together, it looks really nice on your shelf. The text, and not to mention the emblems of the cadet and the scout regiment, line up very nicely. Originally, you could have bought the box with part 2 as a collectible set, but now that has been since discontinued. But because it used to come with part 2, you can see the part 2 information of Blu-ray and DVDs on the bottom, and of course the back artwork is also found in part 2's digibook. But once again, I will have the product link where you can buy this online. And don't forget to check out my channel for other limited edition Attack on Titans like this, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.